We are live once more, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for some more Marvel Future Fight. Eventually, we'll get to the fighting, apparently. For now, it's Marvel Future Fight. Waiting room. Let's get to that action. I don't know how long I'll be streaming today, but I wanted to pop in and say hello. What it do, Speed Force? My guy is one with the Speed Force. What up, Shishio? The Savage? You got Rodon in the chat. How you been, Shishio? Just got back from PR, going to bed? God damn, bro, it's almost 8 o'clock. Like, you an early riser, apparently. Jeez. Bro, going to bed. I gotta start farming them fights, eh? And get your rest, my guy. Get your beauty sleep. Not them fights. Them flights. You notice how you've never seen me without my hat? What, you want to see my head tattoo? You want to see my hair? What do you want to see? You've also never seen me without a shirt or a pants. And you very seldomly see me without me holding my phone. There's lots of things you've you've never seen me without. Very frequently. I have my headphones on too. I just like hats. I have a whole thing of hats behind me and like what you call it? Like if I guess I'd have to switch my whole camera angle, but I have like literally a whole thing of like hats there and like what do you call those things? Beanies? Take off your hat, boy. Take off your pants, boy. Boy. Maybe I will one day. Maybe I won't. Am I bald? No, I have hair. Do I like having hair? Not really. Hair is a hassle, to be honest. Gotta comb it, gotta style it. And my man, no, it's actually would be pretty nice if you're just bald because then you could just wake up every day and never have to do anything to your hair and you just leave your house. Well, you still have to brush your teeth and like wash your balls, but you know what I'm saying? But then having hair on top of that, then you gotta fucking do shit to it. You can't go outside looking like you're homeless if you're not homeless. You know? No disrespect to homeless people. Now, let me see what I got from Alliance Conquest. For a second, I thought that was 875, but I thought it crit for a second, and I came back to my senses. But 675 is legit. I'll take that. We take those. So I have 46 minutes to decide if I want a tier 4 Punisher. These guys threw me for a loop with the teaser, right? With the teaser that they gave us. Now I'm thinking if it's an epic quest, there's gonna be multiple new tier 4s, maybe in a tier 2 native tier 4. If it's not an epic quest, then if it's a new world boss, it might be for a character that's not in the game yet. Then I'm like, do I want to save some mats? You know what I'm saying? Because they love to drop stuff for you to spend on right after squeezing you for all that you have for the anniversary. So I'm at 1921. I'm thinking I still want to come back to Punisher. But I don't want that book to go to waste, but I also don't want to be that book to be the one deciding factor. Well, it's not, because I really like Punisher and shit, so I wouldn't regret it. It would just be like bad timing to bleed through a lot of my resources with next week being an update and shit. Could be that he's getting something for his TV series. Okay, let's see what we got. Boom, boom. Oh wow, no Legend Plus? Okay, there we go. Finally. Final freaking way. Alright, let's go run it with my boy Venom. We are venomous. Punisher's in Spider-Man? Shit, he big time now, bro. Either that or Spider-Man fell off and they need to bring my guy Frank in there to push him up. What's up? It's morning for you. Good morning. Look at the valedictorian, scared of the future. While I hop in the DeLorean. Hey. Yeah, it was cooking back then, bro. I haven't been checking for him ever since he went all, I wouldn't say crazy, but you know, hate speechy or whatever. But like his old shit was like the shit, bro. Hope GBR is not Ego. Yeah, I would like a Nihilus or Onslaught, somebody else. You know who I'd really like to see in this game? Celine. Also, bro, the fact that I just heard that Jujutsu Kaisen, as in Jujutsu Kaisen the anime, is a part of the MCU or a part of like the Marvel universe, bro. What? Yo, they better do like a freaking update for Gojo, Yuta. They can do Itadori / Sukuna as well, but like, give me my boy Megumi and Toji. Oh my god, bro. Take my money, bro. Take my money. What do you pick from the Mighty and Brilliant? What do you mean? Like the Convert event? I'm gonna be choosing Conquest for the Brilliant. I'm gonna be converting one of my CTPs into a Conquest, and then nice. And then we're gonna do Liberation for the regular, and oh come on, bro. That sucks. Liberation for the Mighty and the regular. I need a lot of liberations. I have a lot of insights. I need to balance out some of the PvP, PvE stuff that I got going on. I need a bunch of obelisk and stuff. to re-roll all of them so that they're in decent standings. Punisher, Hulk, Wait, Hulk? Oh shit! Yeah, see, I'm not watching trailers no more. I stopped watching trailers, so I don't know nothing that's coming. And when it comes to Spider-Man, his movies I pretty much always see. Deadpool, of course, I always see because that's my GOAT. All right. Oh, good. If they did like a Scarlet Witch movie, obviously I would see that because that's my queen. She's my queen. Alright. So, yeah, I'm probably gonna see Spider-Man in theaters when it comes out. So I just want that to be like a little surprise, you know. Even though now you guys have told me who's in there, but at least I haven't seen anything, so it'll still be a little surprising. Is it Ruffalo as Hulk, or is it like a new Hulk? Again, I'm not keeping up with the MCU like that no more, right? So, is it still Mark as... Oh, come on, I got blocked in there. No. It's, don't feel bad, bro. Don't feel bad, bro. It's cool. Knowing who's in the movie doesn't ruin it for me, right? I just, like, it's just a personal thing. I'm just not gonna watch the trailers and stuff, right? I'll just, like, even for Doomsday, I haven't watched any of the trailers. I just know it's coming out sometime at the end of the year, right? I'm in the know because it's tied to Future Fight, so I kind of have to keep an eye on like what future updates are gonna be. So, and knowing who's in there will also obviously help me with content, like making content and making choices around who to tier 4, who not to tier 4, you know, who's gonna be getting uniforms at what times and stuff. So yeah, it's enough. It is what it is. Okay, so it's still Mark. Okay. You're gonna burn a brilliant insight for a brilliant conquest? Yeah. You have no other brilliance that you can get rid of? So yeah, Punisher, Hulk, Scorpion, and Spider-Man, brand new date. So tier 4 Punisher might not be a waste. That's true. Hopefully they do justice by Scorpion. Don't have any. How long have you been playing? Yellow. You have no brilliance. We have Scarlet Witch. Alright. So I think Morgan Le Fay would be better here, but I don't have a liberation on her. Even Satana probably would be better, but it's gotta go with who I have liberations on. Almost 7? Definitely not consistently. Because for you to not have a single brilliant after all that time, bro, my free-to-play account has a brilliant on there, and I barely touched that thing. I think I have 2 brilliants on there. One of them is a brilliant insight, and then another one I can't remember. But there's no way you've been consistently playing for 7 years and don't have a single one. Oh crap! I did the old rotation, procking on the 4, not 5. Been playing 9 years, only 3 brilliants. It happens. How many CTPs do you have in your thing? Like in your account? So these congrats on the conquest. Saw the videos. You were hyped, bro. Woo! Go on, my youth. Yo, that was crazy, bro. Like honestly, that luck will never happen to me again. Cause it wasn't even like the fact that I got them. It's how cheaply, and the fact that one of them is like the perfect roll, like the max top roll, the max bottom roll, and how cheaply I got them. Insane, bro. Like, that's how it should be after you go through all the work of getting a brilliant in the first place. It should be easy to get the stats that you're looking for because you already like jumped over an electrocuted barbed wired fence. You know what I mean? Barely scraping your nutsack across the thing. Only for you to get up there and then it's like, oh, you've made it here? Well, yeah, let me kick you in the nuts like 10 more times. Or maybe even 100 more times for you to get the stat that you're looking for, you know? Sorry, graphic, I know. But that's kind of how it feels when you're re-rolling Brilliance. So I hate that shit. Some of us don't even try to go for Brilliance. But if you don't try to go for Brilliance, then you should have a lot of extra CTPs in your account if you're actually playing. So then you'd have a lot of Mighties. And if you don't try, then you can't really complain. That's like never buying the lottery and saying that you've never won. Because if you have a lot of bad CTPs like Transcendence, Patience, just from login bonuses, and they're just sitting in your inventory, and you don't try to do like a YOLO pull every so often, just to clear up inventory space, because those CTPs are useless. Unless the devs go back and make them good, you're giving up potential power for a potential upgrade that may never come. You know? And again, you holding on to them at some point maybe will pay off, but it's no different than you could try to get a brilliant and it maybe pay off. You see what I'm saying? So can't complain if say that you never win the lottery if you never buy a ticket, brother. Not saying you should gamble. I personally don't gamble. I think I bought one lottery ticket once in my life and I don't even know what happened. I don't know if I won or lost. A friend of mine was buying a ticket and he asked me, "You want to pitch?" I'm like, "Sure." He gave me the ticket. I put it on my dress right. I never looked back at it again. I could have probably won millions of dollars and I just never know. I don't gamble outside of video games. You know. Anyways, so I'm not telling you to gamble, but I'm just saying you can't complain that you never won. I probably should not be using miles. Got to be in it to win it. Facts. But yeah, even from doing like dimension missions and stuff, you'll get transcendence from time to time, assuming that you're doing dispatch and you're you go into the dispatch shop every so often and you pick up the hidden tickets from here, right? So like for example, right now it's not the best time to refresh, but I refresh this. If there's hidden tickets, I'll buy them for gold. Sorry, yeah, for gold, not never for crystal. So right here, hidden tickets. If they're in here for gold, I buy them, right? And then I get everything that I need that's for gold. I reset it. So this is really good. Skip it again. Not gonna buy anything for crystal. Good. Boom. I get that. Yeah, so there are ways that you can get trash CTPs to at least throw away and try to get a brilliant. Am I saying you're gonna guarantee yourself a brilliant? No, but now that there's a pity system, eventually you will get one. You know. So I don't know. It's up to you, bro. Like if you just never try it, then you can't really say you never get anything. Lots of mighty equipped for tunes, just haven't been trying, but not complaining either. I respect that. I respect that. I respect that if you're not trying, you're not complaining. I really do. I respect that. Because like there'll be people complaining, but they're never trying. You ask them, how many times have you ever reforged? I don't reforge. Then what do you expect? You think it's like I never go to work, but I want a bag of money. All right, buddy. I want to win fights, but I don't want to actually fight. Okay, so you want the person to just fall under a sword, essentially. All right. Not saying that's what you're saying, but the way how some people look at certain things sometimes, it's kind of funny. You know? Is there a saying that goes like, asking your enemies to fall under a sword is like a foolish endeavor or something like that? I don't remember the saying, but there's lots of sayings there. So. No, I was trying to squeeze even more. Audible. I gotta start upgrading my Scarlet Leech. Exactly. I want muscles on a six pack. I'm never gonna work out. I'm never gonna diet. But it should just happen though. I want to eat like McDonald's and pizza and burger every day. But, you know. I'm not gonna take steroids, but I want to be like a freaking IFBB pro, bro. So make it happen. I also want to have like the hottest chick ever, bro, but I don't want to actually talk to girls, you know, and I don't even want to know what girls want and what they care about, but, you know, I should just get girls, they should just come up to me, you know. Great. That's unfortunate. I think I might have fumbled here. Nah, I think we're good. I think we're good. We delayed him so long that, you know, but it's still bad because my rage pocket is out of sync. This should be like a 21 type run, but for me, with where my Wanda is, yeah, it's okay. I'm gonna try to talk to a random girl. Do it up, bro. What's your line when you talk to a random girl? I haven't spoken to any random girls. I don't even have a really year unlocked, so 19 isn't terrible, and a brilliant isn't perfect either. But like, hi, take my number. I might be rich one day. Yeah. She'll look at you and be like, okay. Oh, I forgot I gave this guy a liberation. I guess I'll just keep running Logan. Should I exchange Brilliant Insight for Competition or Conquest? Competition, Conquest, or Rage. It just depends on what your account needs. You don't need that many Brilliant Insights, and if you're lacking DPS CTPs, you should go for those first. Who would you be giving the Conquest to? Competition, same question. Actually, we'll let that run. Conquest to Null, Competition to Mephisto. Question to you. How many... Sorry, hold on. How much do you have done in your shield archive? And how many emblems are you... Hold on. Oh, I think I messed this one up, yeah. Let's rerun it. Sorry, I got distracted because I was talking. I'm not going to tell you to go comp. I need to ask you some questions. Go into your shield archive. And what percentage of your shield archive do you have done? Secondly, go to your emblems. And how many of the instinct attack ones do you have fully maxed out? 6 stars, level 60. Then, how many Glory Odins do you have on your Mephisto? And once you give me all those stats, and then go ahead and look at how much total instinct you have on your Mephisto in the details page. A lot of y'all are trying to copy these whales, and y'all not actually reading the fine print. Got a lot of shit behind the scenes that y'all not looking at. If your instinct attack is low, and on top of that, if you're not rocking the Fantastic 4 card that gives you more instinct, again, read the fine print. Y'all just want to, oh, this whale up here is getting 26 million in ABX with this CTP. That must mean I need to give that same seat, bro. Especially when it comes to competition. With Rage, it's a little bit different. You can kind of copy when it comes to Rage, but with competition, there's a lot of instinct that are hidden, or that is hidden, in places that you can't see. So it's easy for you to get lost in the sauce, brother. I keep beating that dead horse because I need y'all to understand the CTP scales of instinct. And if your instinct is low, you're gonna be doing worse than if you had a Rage. Okay? Fantastic 4 card, Shield Archive, Emblems, Odins, and on top of that, man, you probably even need to go get the artifact too, because that shit gonna scale your instinct too. That 5-piece and a biscuit. Then you go ahead and you put the competition on, and then you rocking out better. So you gotta go to the gym. You gotta diet. Okay? You gotta stay consistent. You gotta lock in elite gear. You see what I'm saying? There's so many pieces. You gotta lock in, bro. You really gotta lock in. What's up, Miguel? Appreciate you popping in, brother. This is the place where you ask all your questions, and the chat may have some answers, I may have some answers, and we'll feed off each other and we'll get shit done together. That's how it goes. Alright, so I'm not trying to roast you or nothing like that. It's just that a lot of people, again, they're just trying to jump on the Mephisto competition bandwagon. And I'm trying to tell y'all, it's a foolish thing to do if you don't have the same stats that these guys have. You just gave Sentry a mighty conquest and not doing well. That's because the people you're fighting probably have brilliance, and there's a big difference. It's levels to this shit. Is Silver Samurai not better for today as a support? If your Wolverine is built really well, he pops out as a striker a lot, and he does a shit ton of damage, which makes it so that it's a little bit better than what's your name? Silver Samurai. Believe it or not. Did 60 plus dispatch clears with energy, got 2 archive event token things? Yeah. That's why I'm triple dipping, bro. That's why I didn't even start it yet. So I'm gonna triple dip it. Keep going. It will balance out, bro. It will balance out. It will balance out. That's why you pick a mission that you're looking for multiple items from. You don't have to retract your message, bro. I don't mean I don't mean to shame you into not asking a question, bro. Like, you know? It's just that I see that question so often that whenever I see it, I kind of go on a tangent because I've been just telling people, bro. For the majority of players, Mephisto with a Rage is the way to go. It's why I'm in the majority still. That's why I use Rage with him. If I felt that I had all of the pieces checked, all the boxes checked, I would be rocking him with a brilliant competition. You know what I'm saying? I would. Alright? But the fact that I'm not isn't because I can't get the CTP. I have one chilling in my inventory now. Like, I would have re-rolled it instead of re-rolling my Conquest. Because y'all know, I love Mephisto, bro. Like, he's my most used character. Every day I look for a reason to use Mephisto. You know what I'm saying? Closed mouths don't get fed. That's true. That's true. Glad they finally put out the CTP exchange event. Yeah, but it's messed up that they didn't include competition. Because the exchange event is literally the exact same one from the 10-year anniversary. They didn't update it to include the competition, so that's kind of bollocks. How about Luna? I really hope they added competition in there. Yeah, Luna should be competition. She's so much better. Like, even if your instinct and stuff is low, she's so much better for world boss and stuff. So she's kind of an outlier. All your instinct emblems are 1-star because I don't get mythic data. My shield archive is 63%. My instinct attack from Mephisto. So basically conquest. No. Not your instinct attack. So go to your details page and on the right hand side. Okay, let me finish this and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Have I seen the trailer? Nope. No trailers. I'm thinking I might just watch the Punisher special without even watching season 2 of Daredevil, bro. Because I know I'm going to enjoy it because I freaking love Frank, bro. That's my dog. By the way, I only have a Mighty on Gambit. So my score's not going to be that crazy. See if I can drag this through. Yeah, so brother, I'm gonna tell you right now, you should be using Rage on Mephisto. You don't even have. Do you have the Fantastic Four card? Like equipped for the extra 20% instinct attack? Oh, what? I missed my force skill there? Well, that's a shit. That is some shit right there. And for some reason my fist skill didn't go off there. Okay. So yeah, 17, 5, 4, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't do that, bro. Okay. Let me go look at my fist and tell you what I have. I'm pretty sure I have like 4K. Let me check. Go to instinct now. I got like almost 4K, so I got 3.8, and that's because I have a 4-star artifact. Yeah, brother. I personally wouldn't do it. I have, what is this, 16 Odins on this guy? 17 glory. No, 16 glory. 16 glory. Like my shield archive thing, I think is at 80 something percent. Let me see. Can't see it. It's at 86% because my camera is blocking it, so you can't see it. And then the number one reason why I don't even bother with the competition for him, because if you look at all of these, bro, 1-star. Where's the next one? This shit, 1-star, 1-star. You know what I'm saying? 1-star. You need to get those leveled up. Keep in mind that these Glory Odins give you 10% more instinct attack, eh? Like, if you look at, for example, this one right here, you see at the top here, 10% instinct attack. When you have 5 Glory Odins, which will then feed into the competition because the CTP of competition scales off of, I'll show you like on Zeus, it scales off of instinct as well. Alright, so you're just trying to find as many ways as you can to give yourself more instinct attack. Alright. Increases all damage dealt to boss. All that shit just feeds into your instinct, bro. Okay. You can get a gambit for free from like dimension missions. Anyways, do what you want. You don't have to do what I do. Do what you want. If you want to try him with a competition, do a little comparison for yourself. Put on the competition, run him in some game modes, and then take it off and put him into rage, and then you'll find out. What do I use for Mutant Villain? I think I still use Jean Grey for ABX. Oh, why am I using? I'm not even training. Like for me right now, with how much instinct I have and stuff, there probably wouldn't be a big gap between competition and rage. I think rage would still be better. But if you don't have a lot of instinct, like also I have the Fantastic Four card, right? So oops, I did it again. Yeah. Made it this time, but needed to rush my rotation there. I would love to see a new uniform for Gambit for Season 2 of X-Men 97. But you should have got one for... Oh, come on! The same thing happened again. Needed this fool to come. Oh, my rotation is off because my rage did not proc when I needed it to. This is a bad run. Just... Oh, for the goddamn place, bro. The master did on this one. No. With Moon Knight, you want to go with the competition to make him as consistent as possible for ABX. Part of the reason why Mephisto can get away with not needing the competition is because he crits so often. He has so many freaking hits on his skills. He's always hitting. So he's kind of always critting. So you don't need... Boom, 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 boom. Oh, that was so close. But yeah, Mephisto is in a different league, bro. With Moon Knight, you want the competition. However, Moon Knight is going to be bad for World Boss. Like, he's not that great for World Boss from what I've seen. I have a video coming up on that. Like, he's actually kind of bad for World Boss, though. Like, he's worse than Thor, worse than Miles. Yeah, Moon Knight is pretty much just ABX ABO. That's it. Brock is still kind of okay. Bro is just moving right out of range to mess with me. Eh? I'm trying to like get my proc back. It's sick, but it's kind of bad. This is a terrible run. But I'm over it. Oh no! I messed that up? Oh no! I got lucky though. That was just all luck there. I can't even. Gotta ease off the trigger for a little bit. I reran this so many times. Oh wow, that was bad. It's not like this is a high scoring day. But I do like Gambit as a character. I just wish they didn't mess with his V-pad, bro. They made it so much worse. Give me a new Gambit uniform, bro. Get this one out of here so I can actually have a little bit more fun with him. But yeah. Moon Knight, because he doesn't have guaranteed crit, if you want him to be super consistent, he has a lot of hits, but I found out when he was using Rage, he just wasn't critting as much. So for him, he needs that competition. But the competition for him isn't necessarily like to give him more damage than you would with the Rage, because if you re-ran the fight, Rage probably would average out to scoring the same or maybe even higher. It's just that you'd have to do multiple runs. And do you want to waste the time? You know, if you have a competition, a mighty one, it has to be mighty. It saves you the time because you're going to get a consistent score with him. Whereas with Rage, it's going to be ups and downs, like peaks and valleys, right? So that's kind of why we go with competition for him, to have like that consistent. It's kind of like if you're like insulin sensitive, like when you eat, you get that sugar spike and then you crash, right? Whereas if you're like fasting or whatever, like your blood sugar level stays like stable throughout. It's kind of like that. If you guys can, I know, I don't know why I'm giving that analogy, but yeah, it's kind of like that. Whereas with Mephisto, whether you're using Rage or competition, your damage is going to be constant, and he's going to be consistent. It's just that once you have more instinct on him, eventually the competition may prove to be the better CTP. But it's just you gotta check those boxes off. Let me see some TBA. Alright, let me see. Ugh! Bro, I'm getting farmed. Goddamn. I gotta change my CTP, so I rolled up those brilliants, but as you can see, they haven't gone home yet, so these two are getting farmed like crazy, bro. What's on this guy? I gotta re-roll this. Do I have a... I want to use one of this. Who do I want to re-roll? I gotta re-roll you too. Should do a YOLO re-roll on this guy, bro. Sacrifice. We can get another one for her at, I think, at 80. This doesn't have the right instinct anyway, so YOLO. Ooh, increased basic damage dealt to leadership. Okay, so if they punch in with like a sentry, better than what we had. So let's see if we can go plus 30. 30 for 30. But you see why defense actually matters, guys? Because I'm winning all my fights, or at least I have been, but my points are significantly different from these guys, even though I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so these guys ran more fights, but let me see. Let me find somebody who's actually okay. So this guy, for example, he's lost 3 fights, right? But he has way more points than me, and it ultimately comes down to he's just a stronger guy than me, bro. You know, because he has better cards and defense and all that stuff. It really kind of matters. Like if people don't fuck with you, but actually part of it might just be because these guys they move like a mob, right? Like a syndicate. So the reason why they have like the Winergy or the WNG in their name is so that they don't attack each other, right? So what you'll notice is people in like Winergy or Nemesis or all that stuff, they'll congregate at the top because they all target everybody else who don't have that little brand, you know, on them. So unless you're in that little gang, you're not gonna really be at the top unless you're like really strong. You know, it's like a wolf pack attacking like a, unless you're like a polar bear or some shit, you know, you're gonna get feed on. You're gonna get fed on, you know. So that's why if you look in the top bracket, you're always gonna see like a, whether it's Nemesis or Winergy or whatever the hell these little gangs are with their little like initials in there. So fun fact, if you're trying to climb, you're gonna have to join one of the gangs, you know, Bloods or Crips or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, don't join any gangs. I'm not a gang member. I do not. I feel like if you're strong, you move solo, and if you have people that rock with you, you can rock with them. But don't join any gang, kids. Stay out of gangs. Okay. It is not conspiracy. It's a known fact. It's not a conspiracy. It's a known fact. These guys, they do not attack each other. It's like a rule in their alliance and some shit, bro. That's why they changed their names to have like little tags in there, bro. It's not. It's a known fact. Oh, that guy's 20. I was gonna attack him, and then I didn't. I like to go for people who have more points. Like, come on. I need somebody that has like 19 or higher, bro. You joining the Petty Can gang? Gang. Alright. Let me see how I do against these guys. What do I think the next update is gonna be? What do I want it to be? I want it to be a Defenders update. Give me tier 4 Luke Cage. Give me tier 4 Jessica Jones. Give me a new uniform for the street. I want a new uniform for Daredevil or a uniform for Punisher. I want those guys to be front and center. I want some street level justice. What I think it's gonna be something cosmic. I have to think about it some more though. You know who'd be great to see in future fight though? Celine. Fucking Celine. I love that chick. I remember playing X-Men Battle of the Atom. It's a mobile game. Y'all probably never heard of it, but yeah, it died now. Celine was in there. Gotta go hit the gym, 6 a.m. Alright, bro, get it in. Get it in, bro. Train hard, but train smart. Don't overtrain. Why do all those schemes if they have a strong alliance? Yeah, because again, strong people will converge, but there's a limit on how many strong people can be in an alliance. Alright? And then egos get involved. They want to be number one. So, oh wow, I lost there. It's because there's crystals on the line, bro. You know? I personally think if you're strong, you just fight it out and may the best man win. You know, but there's a lot of scheming that happens in the top level, bro. Like in AC, people will double team you, so two alliance will make like a little backdoor deal. Oh, I won't attack you. We'll team up on this guy or this guy's alliance. You know, or let me get second place so I don't get kicked out of top 100. All that stuff, bro. And this was happening before the rewards were good. So it's gonna happen even more now. And then for timeline and TBA, same thing. Rewards are on the line. Lots of crystals. You can average like 6K crystals a month if you're in the top bracket. So you're gonna see the same like 20, 30 people congregating up there. And you know, it is what it is, bro. I'm not complaining, by the way. I'm just telling you what it is. So that if you want to actually compete in that mode, you're gonna have to join one of those alliances. And you're gonna have to conform and play by the rules. Meaning if you join their alliance, you're gonna have to not attack certain people that are in your alliance. And you're probably gonna have to, if you want people to not attack you, change your name, because no one's gonna look at your name and be like, huh, especially if you're new, right? And be like, is this guy in my alliance? Let me go check my alliance list. Nah, they're gonna pop in, they see 3 people, they could look at it like, okay, he looks strong, I won't attack him. He looks strong, okay, this guy looks weak, right? And then they attack the weakest person to get easy points. But if your name has a little badge there, you're in the same alliance, then immediately they don't even bother looking at you. So even if you're weak, you know, unless they're desperate, it's like crunch time. There's gonna be like a weekly reset and they're about to lose their spot. Then they might attack you and they hope you don't see or whatever, right? Or if they feel like you'll still get to stay at the same spot that you at, they send you a message, be like, yo, bro, I'm gonna attack you, but you should still be good for your positioning. I need that point. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of stuff that happens, bro. Schemers. You know what I'm saying? Schemers doing their thing, bro. What did Joker say, bro? Do I look like a schemer? Do I look like a man with a plan? Just do shit. Oh man, R.I.P. to that legend, bro. Honestly, there'll never be another Joker in my lifetime. It's like a mafia, bro. It is like a mafia or a cartel, bro. It's literally what it is. You can ask people, bro. Ask people who are in these alliances. It's an open thing, bro. Alright. Some people might try to deny it, but it's actually like legitimately a thing that happens, bro. Again, I'm not hating on them for doing what they need to do or want to do. Right? There's nothing in the game that says they can't do it. And this is not the only game that I've played that people have done that. Right? So this is not me taking shots. This is not me hating. This is not none of that. There's nothing about what they're doing goes against TOS, terms of service. Nothing about what they're doing is morally wrong. They're in an alliance, presumably eventually they're all friends, and they're saying, you know what, we're friends, we're not going to attack each other. Like for example, if I'm attacking in TBA and I see somebody from my alliance and I know their name, I won't attack them, right? So technically I'm doing the same thing. It's just that I don't tell anybody in my alliance not to attack me, and it's not like an ironclad rule that I'm not going to attack them, because new people join my alliance all the time. I don't necessarily know everybody by name. You dig? But like when you have the tag in your name, then yeah, people will know you. Oh, we about to lose this one. Yeah, we about to lose this one, it looks like. Because if we have to bet on freaking mine now, bro. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. But yeah, this is no hate. I'm just telling you what I know for a fact happens. Because I've been around long enough. Oh no, Maddie, no, say it ain't so. We gonna lose to Maddie. Oh, hey yo, I need to get that greed up off now, bro. He about to give me a freaking heart attack, bro. We about to lose our streak. Yeah, so. Oh man. Oh man. Can we get somebody with 2K points, bro? Like, no. I seen one guy earlier when we started that had 2K, bro. I want to jump him. Give me a 2K, bro. Give me a 2K mans, bro. 2 mans. There we go. Elon Hunter. We might lose to this guy, bro. You got that Elon Musk money. He musky. Smell that? He musky, bro. He must be musky. These Marvel Future Fights are dangerous. Yeah, bro. You don't want to be caught lacking out here, bro. Squad up. You know what I'm saying? Squad up, bro. Get your Brandon, and then collect your crystals on a weekly, bro. Granted, you got to be strong to do that in the first place, right? It's not like you can just join one of these alliances if you're weak. Woo! You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put your reps in, you gotta put your sets in, you gotta put your time in. Yo, the fact that freaking Costa lived that long is crazy. These Marvel Fight Streets, you gotta play what's it called? Some Green Day. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. that's some throwback. You gotta play some of that, and you gotta go through the trenches, and then eventually, then you lock in, and then you up there. Ooh, hello. Big points. Big points. First time, yeah. Logan has like maybe a 3% rate of losing for me. 3, maybe 5%, but 95% of the time he wins. That's my goat. I gotta upgrade his tier 5 singularity. Give me that. I'll be out here for it, bro. But yeah, Logan is amazing, bro. I can't wait for September to play the Wolverine game. Agent level points, all in HP. No, I have some in HP. I have some in item acquisition, and then he's not running. No, he's running Kang. Yeah. Well, you want to run Kang, but usually most people run Kang and Null on their TBA team, so he running something different, bro. Let me see if I can take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Take him out. Ooh, domination would be nice. What was I gonna say? Boom, 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 boom. Shit, I lost my train of thought. No, yeah. So I have some. I'm putting some in defense now. But maybe I should swap it all over to HP. I don't know. I can show you. Give me some whale advice. I'm up to 22% PS from 13. I'm returning to PvP. There you go, bro. Even platinum is stacked. Yeah, brother. Yeah, it's crazy. Agent level, boom. So I'll show you. So right there, I got 10% max HP, 30% in item acquisition, and I'm putting some in all defense. Yes, I'm getting with the times, bro. If you were here 5 years ago, I would tell you F a defense, bro. But it's a new day. Bullseye needs Mighty Rage to be good. And normal is good. Normal is good enough. Normal is good enough, bro. Hong Kong Roy? Is that what Hong Kong is? HKG Hong Kong? I don't know. No worries, bro. It's why I do this stuff live. I pop in live once a day if I can, so y'all can ask questions. You know, yeah. You're up to 84 on defense? Damn, bro, you have more than me. Shit. You stacked, bro. I don't want to play two-mans with you, bro. The defense game is crazy. I think I'll have 70%, bro. Yeah, I think we'll attack like that. Who's better for PvP, Magic or Ghost Rider? Ghost Rider, baby. Assuming you have the artifact on both. If Magic has the artifact and Ghost Rider doesn't, then obviously Magic will be better. But even that's debatable. But Ghost Rider is light years better. And you have multiple CTP paths with him. Whereas Magic, you only have one path. Greed. Do as much damage as you can. And that's your way to win. Whereas with Ghost Rider, you can do as much damage as you can with the greed, and you can win off the strength of him alone, or you can make him even more dangerous by giving him like a conquest. And if you put him up against, ooh, that's another L for Logan today. God damn, that's rare. And because he has extra damage against villains, if you're matching him up against like Kang or this boy here, Null, he'll still be way strong, and then he'll be super tanky at the same time. I never got a brilliant CTP playing for 9 years. You're playing from the 9-year anniversary. Okay, are you even trying to reforge? Question. All right, so what are we looking at? We're at plus 30. We're up 30 wins, and we're at 147. And this is because I need to work on my defenses. My cards are good, right? I got the PvP deck going, but oh, I'm only at 50% defense. God damn, I thought I was at 70. So I'm gonna swap this card out, and then I gotta reroll this for more HP sauce. But this, pretty much what I have now is what I'm gonna be looking like for the next 6 months. And then I'll just swap these CTPs when the next update hits. So for now, we'll just keep eating those losses. And yeah, man up, or woman up, or unidentified up. It's all good. Should I take my greed off Wolverine and give it to Silver Surfer? No, Wolverine needs conquest. And if you don't have a brilliant to give to him, you're probably better off with the mighty greed on him, to be honest. Well, since I'm not gonna be tier 4ing anyone, I guess I might as well try and see. Ooh, 21 times, bro. Damn, that's unfortunate. I wanted to see if I could finish off Wolverine's elite gear, get that extra little bit of HP. Where am I from? Canada, baby. I'm Jamaican, Canadian, Jamaican McCursey, man. Let me see if I can get Thanos for the roll. For the roll ski. Woo! Give me that. Alright, so right here. Okay, cool. So yeah, if you have a brilliant conquest, give it to Wolverine. Otherwise, leave the greed on him. Wait, I don't have the... Oh my gosh, really? I don't have it amplified? Hold on, brother. I don't have one of Logan's thing amplified? Bro, am I stupid? Yes, I am. There's no way that's been like that this whole time and I haven't noticed. Hold on. Why do people hate on French Canadians? I don't. I don't know, bro. I don't. I don't know why they be hating. Bro, speaking of which, I'm going to Quebec on Thursday, bro, so I might not be streaming. My brother is out there right now, so he just finished up some military service thing, and they're having a little ceremony and whatnot, so I gotta go put on a little suit and tie and look respectable and support the family. You know what I'm saying? Because He be serving and protecting my freedoms. I think after this he's going to BC. Ooh, oh damn. I got killed there because I was being crazy. Man, nah, I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. But I'm a rebel. And I don't believe in joining the military like that. Because I feel like they get a bad hand. So my brother's a better man than me. I feel like you go serve, you should come back, no taxes. You get like a... You know how like when presidents or like prime ministers serve or whatever, they get like a fucking check for the rest of their life. Like, I don't know about certain countries, but I know in Canada and like the States and stuff, or like even in the UK, like if you've been a prime minister, you get like I think $160,000 a year or some shit for the rest of your life, plus Secret Service and all kinds of extra benefits, bro. For 4 years, right? Motherfucker go do like two tours, you know, get his leg blown off, fucking kill and do all kinds of crazy shit for you, and then come back and he get a thank you for your service, here's this medal, go live on the street. You know what I'm saying? That shit made me want to crash out, bro. The motherfucker should be coming back at least 20K in his pocket every year. He ain't supposed to work no more. Like, he shouldn't be out here struggling. And then on top of that, he not supposed to pay no taxes, bro. Come on, man. Like stop it, bro. Like, I feel like people who serve in the military should be getting like crazy amount of perks when they come back. And I'm not talking about like if you're a reservist. I'm talking about people go out there like actually get deployed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be coming back and you should be getting treated like fucking royalty. Because you're going to go risk your life for like shit that you don't even necessarily believe in. And you're like, yes, sir, yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? They say go jump over here in this freaking trench and get your leg blown off, come back PTSD, everything. You're like, yes, sir, yes, sir. You know, that's it. You know? You don't believe in that shit half the time, but you're doing it anyways. You know? But you should be coming back. They should have like a retirement plan for you, especially if you're serving like long. Like, if you out there like fucking deployed, like I'm saying, one of my boys, bro, he's been in the military for like 16 years, bro. You know what I'm saying? He's a Marine. So I'm like, bro, like, man, you fucking leave the military, bro. You shouldn't even be working no more. Like, what are you talking about? You shouldn't have to worry about where food gonna come from after the shit you've done, the shit you've seen. Like, am I crazy? Chat. Like, why is that even the case? Like, do you have fucking people who go in and they just make policies to take money off the top? They don't really do nothing to benefit their community. Like, they're just fucking sleazy politicians, and they get to live like fucking royalty. Meanwhile, you go send motherfucker to war to get his leg blown off, and he come back and he gotta live on the street with a sign begging for money, bro. Like, how the fuck does that shit make me want to crash out, bro? Every time I talk about this shit, it makes me mad, bro. And it's not just about my country. This is the kind of shit that I hear about every country. Military people don't get treated with no type of respect, bro. They get no type of perks. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have this sleazy, dirty politician that comes in and he makes a whole bunch of backdoor deals. He get rich. His family get rich. He living like a fucking king. And then, bro, shit made me mad, bro. Like, actually makes me mad, bro. And like, military people, like the ones I've talked about, they don't complain. You know, because they feel like they're doing like a service, and they are, right? It's because it's like they're so noble that it's noble to a fault. Like, it's loyalty and honesty, and like they're just loyal to a fault kind of thing. Like, loyal to the point where it kind of feels like they're foolish, right? I'm not saying they are. I'm just kind of saying from an outsider, like, it's just looking like, damn, you're getting taken advantage of, and you're still so happy to go serve and possibly die for your country. And it makes me very angry that you don't get treated properly, you know? Because they have money to do all kinds of other shit, bro. Like, but They don't have money for these people when they come back after all the shit that they gone through, bro. Sorry. I'm going on a fucking tangent, bro. Like, shit made me mad, bro. You need to take a breathe. Take a breather, bro. Sorry. Don't mind me. I'm just whatever. Oh. Should I do another Thanos run or should I try to do like Storm? Storm here. Just from a Brilliant Rage Storm and gave. Oh, you took a Brilliant from Storm and gave it to Venom? Oh, bro. That's like cutting off your left hand and putting it on your right. Like, what are you doing, bro? Like, what are you doing, bro? You're from India? I saw how people abuse such system made where people won't pay taxes if there's a background from defense, air force, or any job serving our country due to corrupt people. Oh, you took it from Venom and put it to Storm? Either way, like both of them are really, really useful. One would argue that Venom is even more useful because he's ABX and ABL, whereas Storm is just ABX. But Storm is so valuable for all of the world bosses, but also so is Venom. But back to what Ash was saying, bruh. I personally think military officials, even if not tax exempt for life, okay, can we at least make it so that they're tax exempt for every year that they've served after they leave, assuming they don't do something deplorable, right, and get like dishonorably discharged. Like if they like just serve and then decide, you know what, okay, I'm good now, I'm just gonna go do something else. Can they like at least be tax exempt for each year that they served? So if they serve for 16 or 17, then they get 16 or 17 years of paying no taxes. If they serve for 5, they get 5 years of, you know what I'm saying? Give them like a little, okay, here you go, thank you for your service. Instead of saying thank you for your service, you give them an actual thank you. I'm not saying you don't necessarily have to give them a big chunk of money, but like, you know, give them a break, bro. You know how much money you could save if you didn't have to pay taxes for like 5 years? I know that shit makes sense in my brain, bro. But then again, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just a low IQ individual and I don't see what the real plan is and how it benefits these people to not actually give them something worthy, something, bro. They. Just think about it, bro. If you didn't have to pay taxes legally, if you didn't have to pay taxes for like 5, 6 years, how much money that could save you? You could invest that money. You know what I'm saying? It could really help these people, bro. It would help anyone. But in that case, they really deserve that shit. Your friend's fighting to get disability for nerve muscle ligament damage while someone... Hold on, let me not get myself killed. Oh wow, I got literally one-shotted. That's crazy. Somebody knows got disability for having panic attacks. Yeah, bro. Like, it's crazy because a girl I went to high school with, bro, she ate so much food she got fat and then went on disability for being fat, bro. That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. Actually crazy, bro. So, just think about that, bro. There's people like that can get like, and then there's people who literally have actual problems that isn't self-induced, and you're like, oh yeah, you have to, bro. The system is fucked, bro. Actually, fuck. When I heard that shit, I'm like, bro, you can be on disability for being overweight, bro. You can lose the weight if you wanted to. Stop fucking eating, bro. Again, I have no problem with people being fat, bro. Eat, fucking live like a king, bro. But like, don't be like, oh, I ate so much food, I'm too fat now. Like, you gotta, the rest of the taxpayers have to pay for you. They already have to do that for you getting diabetes if you don't fucking keep that shit in check. Again, I have no problem with people eating, right? Because everybody has a vice that's ultimately gonna lead to their death, whether it's smoking and then getting lung cancer and dying or whatever the fuck, right? Or if you want to eat yourself to death, then it's your choice, right? I'm not gonna fucking be the police on if you want to be skinny or you want to be fat, but like, don't fucking eat so much food that you get so big, then you decide, all right, I can't fucking scratch my ass no more. So, yeah, they don't want to hear no, they don't want to hear nothing. They're like, Kobe's like, shut the fuck up, pooh. Bro, give me that bitch slap, bang. Damn. Gave me that 4-piece, bro. He's like, listen, 3-piece and a biscuit for your ass, bro. Shut up and play the game. I don't want to hear about no real life nothing, bro. Oh my god. That's the second time this guy's killed me. That's crazy. That one shot was crazy, right? Yeah. It's the same thing he did. Well, it's not the same move, but he one-shotted me last time too. He literally just popped in. Bro, push my shit all the way back up, bro. Holy. He's like, you ain't had enough fiber today. Boom. Drop that. Oh, man. Sorry, guys. Don't mind me. I'm just a mad lad. The thing is, you're this high up, the bosses hit really hard, and you have no damage reduction. So keep that in mind. Because Dazzler doesn't give damage reduction, and neither does Riri. And Storm doesn't have very much. So it makes it so that hits that you could survive with other characters, you can't really survive with Storm, because one, she's a blast character. Blast characters have lower than average defenses, especially the ones that are not for PvP. And then, hold on, you're on this high of a stage to boot with no damage reduction coming from your supports, you know? You lost 20 pounds and you regain it. So that's the thing about the human body, right? I'll give you guys some science. So once you've gained weight, your body remembers the heaviest you've ever been. It's programmed in your cells, and it's constantly trying to get you back to where you've been before. It's actually science, because your body is built to essentially store as much fat as possible, because throughout human history we would go through periods of feast and famine. So your body doesn't understand that you have supermarkets and Uber Eats and all of these things at your disposal. So it's genetically programmed to store as much as possible for the famine that it thinks it's gonna come because of millennia of, you know, going through that cycle. You see what I'm saying? Appreciate you, Fat Bubba. So when you lose weight, what actually happens is that your body, most of the fat that you lose, you actually breathe it out through like fat oxidation, and then the cells actually get refilled with water and ultimately eventually shrinks, right? But they never ever leave you. So the cells are always there waiting to be refilled. It's why a person who's fat, who's ever been fat, it's easier for them to regain the weight than somebody who's even actively trying to gain weight, because your body has to go through the process of creating those fat cells and then storing the fat in the cells. Whereas somebody who's been fat before, the cells are always there and they will forever be there, just waiting to be refilled. And your body is constantly trying to actually find a reason to fill them, right? So it's always going to be harder for you to keep the weight off. So you just have to move with that in mind. That your body is unfortunately fighting against you because it doesn't care about having six-pack abs, bro. It doesn't. It cares about having as much body fat as possible to make sure that if and when there is a famine, ultimately you will survive because you will have a bunch of excess energy. Is there a way to stop it by injections? Well, you can use peptides in GLP-1s to like suppress your appetite, or you can have like surgery to remove the fat cells, but your body's never going to actually get rid of them on its own, right? Because ultimately your body is designed to store as much fat as possible. It's just, fat is literally just like extra energy, right? So that's what your body's trying to do. It's like if you have a car that runs on electricity and runs on gas. Carbohydrates is essentially gas, and then the fats would be like electricity or whatever, or vice versa, right? You have to use up the carbs, and then your body will convert the fat back into energy and use it from there. It's kind of why it's harder for if you're fat to lose weight. Manjaro is actually pretty good. There's another one too that's really popular. But yeah, man, the problem with that is though, it doesn't teach you the skills. It gives you the results, and it kind of puts you in a situation where unless you develop the skills and the ability to control your appetite, you will eventually go right back to where you were as soon as you stop taking those GLP-1s. So Manjaro, and there's the other one. What the fuck is it called, man? It's really popular too. Shit. It's the one that people were using before Manjaro became popular. I can't remember what the fuck it's called now. Shit. But yeah, ultimately, Ozempic, that's it. Yeah. You just want to go back to 170? My best advice to you is intermittent fasting. Fasting will help suppress your appetite. So just have like an eating schedule. And an easy way to do it is stop eating 2 hours before you go to sleep, and then don't eat for another 3 or 4 hours after you wake up. And then just create like a little 8-hour window where you eat. And then for the rest, for the other 16 hours of the day, don't eat. So learn your body and basically find out when your cravings are the highest. Like for me, I stay up pretty late at night, so I notice that my cravings usually peak around 11 p.m. to about 2 a.m. And it's only because I'm awake, right? So for me, if I'm gonna eat, that's usually when my eating window would be, right? But for you, if you find that, and you learn this by fasting, and then seeing when the desire for you to eat is at its like the most intense. But eventually, from fasting, you realize you don't even get hungry anymore. Like, I've gone like 2 days without eating at all, and the only reason I ate is because I just felt like it. Fiber helps a lot to keep you full, yeah. Slows down digestion. So like, try to pick foods that you enjoy that are filled with fiber, right? But also, you just have to learn your body, right? It really comes down to just learning your body and realizing that drinking a lot of water also helps, because a lot of times that when people are feeling like they're hungry, they're either thirsty or bored, right? And especially if you're like an emotional eater, where like if you're happy you want to eat, or if you're upset you want to eat, then you really have to be careful with that. For the first day, should I have it around 8 hours, or go strict and do 2 to 4? Go 8 hours. 8-hour eating window would be like really good. So like, let's say from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. depending on like when you eat your meals or whatever, you could do like that. Or if you want to do from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. or if you want to do like, if you're like a person that likes to eat in the morning, then you can do from like 8 a.m. to maybe 4 or whatever. Right? It's really up to when you go to bed, because you want to make it so that majority of the time that you're not eating is when you're sleeping, because it makes it super easy for you to control your appetite, because you wouldn't be like triggered by anything to eat because you're sleeping, right? But I recommend fasting because it would allow you to eat the things you enjoy and prevent you from overeating at the same time. You can kind of just, you don't even have to count calories or do any of that stuff if you do it right. This is not medical advice, by the way. I'm not a doctor. Consult your doctor and all that good stuff. I can only speak from personal opinion, okay? And personal experience at that. Because, like, when COVID hit, bro, I went up to, like, 260, dog. I went to 260. I came all the way back down. I was, like, 170. And I'm bulking right now, so I'm at, like, 2-something. And I'm at 215, 220. And I'm going to go right back down to, like, 175. But yeah, I was at like 265. That's the heaviest I've ever been. I never want to go back there. But I know a lot about nutrition. That's what I wanted to go to school for. But ultimately, that didn't make no money. So I was like, fuck that. I'm saying. But yeah, I would try to do like an 8 to 10 hour window, and then see how it works for you. Maybe at first, because it's not for everyone. Maybe try like a 10-hour window. 10 hours being like when you eat. So maybe from either 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. or from. Do I have a breakfast rotation? Yeah, sometimes I like oatmeal. Like I'm simple, bro. Like oatmeal, or I'll have like eggs and bacon, turkey bacon, because I don't really like regular bacon. It's way too greasy for me, right? I go through phases, but for me, breakfast is whenever I eat my first meal. It's not necessarily a type of food. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole word breakfast is just means to break your fast from the night before. So don't fall into this trap of like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you have to eat at 8 a.m. and then you have to eat at 12 o'clock. And that's propaganda pushed by the food companies so that they can make more money. They tell you eat 3 squares and 2 snacks, because the more you eat, the more you're going to want to eat. And then the more money they ultimately make. Because they put stuff in the food that triggers a dopamine response and makes you want to eat. You ever notice that when you eat a bag of chips, you don't just take one chip and then you can stop eating. You can go from, oh, I'm not really feeling hungry, and then you crack open a bag of chips, and before you know it, half the bag is done, and you're like realizing like, what the fuck? I wasn't even that hungry, and I don't even feel that full. Why did I eat so much? It's because they put chemicals in the food to trigger this like addictive response from your body. So it's not even you, it's the chemicals that they put in the food to make you want to overeat. Whereas if you went and had like an orange or something, you might be able to get away with eating like 2 oranges. You know what I'm saying? Because there's fiber in the food, and there's other stuff that makes it so that you feel full, you know? Satiety is reached. But when you eat like the processed stuff, bro, again, there's lots of chemicals that they put in there because ultimately they want to make money. And by making money, what it means for them is you need to buy my product even more. And if you were selling that stuff, that's what you would do too, right? You want to make sales, so you want to make it so that people want to eat your food non-stop. So how are these regulated, bro? It's you pay a guy that's in power and he passes it, and that's it, bro. And what you need to understand is how the government works is every time you buy something, they get a cut. Okay? Every time something gets sold, Uncle Sam gets a cut. So the food companies wanting you to buy more, it benefits the government too, because every time money changes hand, they get a cut. Think about it. This is why the only crimes that the government care about is tax evasion and murder. Because if you kill somebody, right, that's a taxpayer that they can't finesse no more, right? And if you don't pay your taxes, that's money that's not coming in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's think about it, bro. Like, the main crimes that they care about is the ones that cost the government money. They don't really care about. They don't really care about us, bro. Like, that's a fact. If it doesn't really affect how much money that the government can generate, they don't really care. They'll do it for optics. And it's not just my. Ooh, wow, that sucks. I was trying to switch and damn, she got clapped. Can Fury actually finish this up? Let's see. I don't think so. He doesn't really have that much damage. Yeah, bro. Tragic. They don't give a shit, bro. They don't. They really don't. Damn. Furies. He can't even do 2 bars in a minute, eh? The moment you wake up and realize that so many products, like for example, Johnson's & Johnson, right? That baby powder shit, bro. Where they found out 30 years ago that shit was not safe to put on babies and it was causing cancer and shit, right? And then they just pay a guy. And he doesn't come out for 30 years and they make billions, right? And then, oh yeah, guys, don't use baby powder on your kids no more. It causes cancer. We heard about it 40 years ago, but now we're telling y'all because, you know, it's coming out anyways. Look up that shit, bro. There's so many things that the government knows, and then they don't think about, oh, we should tell these people. No, they're like, huh, how much of this should we tell these people? And how should we spend this? Of course, a lot of bro. If think about how much money they donate to like cancer and HIV and all these stuff, bro. If they wanted a cure, they could find one, right? But you give a one-time cure versus you give a lifetime subscription for people to stay alive. What generates more money for companies and also for the government? The subscription. Because ultimately, people want to stay alive. So they're going to pay, whether they can pay or not. They're going to find a way to pay. Come on, man. Think about it. They'll find treatment. They'll find a cure for one thing, and then it will cost 2 other things. And that's when they will release a cure, bro. Because 1 money gap closed and 2 more opened. Come on, bro. Greed is one of the deadliest of all sins, bro. Bro, greed and lust, literally the cause of pretty much all of our problems. Literally. The desire for more, crazy. I just want you guys to take a look at it. Like, do I watch candles? No. I don't watch a lot of TV. I know it sounds like a conspiracy theories, bro, but like this is the kind of shit that I think, right? And it makes sense. I don't know. Am I farming 7-1 or 12-1? I'm farming whichever one that hold on, has stuff that I need from my regular shield archive. So I can triple dip. Because I need to farm it anyways. So I'll show you in a sec. Nah, I don't watch any, bro. Literally, I just watch anime, bro. Real life is so depressing, bro. I don't even want to watch that shit, bro. Honestly, the most recent thing I've watched is From that I watched with Kate, and that's only because Kate wanted to watch it, and we started it a long time ago, and it seemed interesting. It's not even my genre, bro. I'm the kind of person that I like funny stuff because I just want to laugh, bro. Because life is hard and then you die. So while I'm here, I like to have a laugh. I don't know if that's a saying that somebody has made before, but yeah. Okay. Boom. Got it. Gotta watch Blackish. I just like stuff that's funny, bro. I think that's probably why two of my favorite Marvel characters are Spider-Man and Deadpool. Is because while they do tackle some serious stuff, majority of the time they're doing it, they're just having a laugh and making funnies. I think that's probably why, even though I love Wolverine, I love Deadpool more. You know? Because the two of them are very similar. They're mercenaries, kinda. Wolverine is a lot more serious, whereas Deadpool is just funny, right? And Spider-Man just funny, right? So, yeah, I just like funny stuff, bro. Life is life is too miserable otherwise, you know. Let's have some Zeus. Let's have some Zeus. Some juice with Zeus. Life do be lifing. Yeah, bro. Everything from cost of living to safety, everything is just going downhill, bro. Like I literally today was showing Kate that in the 60s, bro, it was a minimum wage was a dollar. Was a freaking dollar an hour and you could buy a house for like 11 grand. And people were making anywhere from like fucking 5K a year to like 7 to 8K a year. Now, minimum wage is freaking in some places $10 an hour, but a house is like 400K. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did we get here? When you consider the fact that it's gotten cheaper to make everything, we have more technology than ever before. You know, I'm just like, bro, like the cost of everything should be going down, but it's not because people are fucking greedy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's all gonna come to an end, bro. Like, it's all good. Like, once these AI become like aware, bro, like just like we saw in Terminator, bro, and they realize that for the most part, human beings are literally just parasites, and we're just depleting the earth of resources, killing each other for no freaking legitimate reason, and just burning through resources. They're just gonna take over and kill us all, bro. Like, that's literally what they're gonna do. They're gonna be like, the earth is actually better off without us here. And then the Great Reset will happen, and then they'll create a Bible for us, and we'll 4 billion years repeat the same cycle again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but the Bible they make for us, bro, gonna be lit. I'm gonna keep saying that stuff. I think the Great Reset has to happen, bro. Like, there's no way, like, we can continue at this pace. Am I tripping, bro? They can't kill me if I in tier 4, man. Bro! Magnet. They can't kill me if I in tier 4, Magneto. Yo. It's crazy, bro. But yeah, between iRobot, Terminator, again, y'all might be too young, but like I remember growing up, thought that shit would never happen, and it was super cool to like to watch. Now I'm looking at AI, robotics, and some of the shit that they have in, like, for example, I seen a video where like in China they had robots doing like backflips and shit, bro, and I'm just like, okay, we close, you know what I'm saying? Because like we got the brain now. They just need to find a way to learn on their own without us giving them input. Once they're able to learn on their own, it's done. Because realistically, when they improve the AI and stuff, it's literally just a newer version gets released. It's not that the old version just leveled up, you know? No, I've never watched The Office. The military has Iron Man suits and shit. Yeah, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro. It's all gonna come crumbling down like a house of cards at some point, bro. You know, I feel bad for my kids and my grandkids and all that, because they're gonna be here for it. I hope things don't become too painful for them, and likewise for all of you guys, kids and stuff. And this is part of the reason why a lot of people choosing not to have kids, bro, because they feel bad about what the world is gonna be. And if you think about it, like, we're literally at the point where we're barely able to sustain ourselves, right? What are we at, like 8+ billion people on the planet? Right? The Earth can realistically only sustain about 1.5 to 2 billion people without fertilizers. Just think about that, okay? If we didn't have a way to increase our food capacity through fertilizers, 6 billion people would literally disappear just like that. Because the only reason we're able to do it is because we can speed up the growth of food. And with the Strait of Hormuz being blocked, 20% of the world's fertilizers just disappeared off the market just like that. So there's gonna be a massive increase in food prices. And a lot of people gonna die. I'm telling you, an affordability crisis is coming. It's crazy. It's actually crazy. Like, if you actually look into the numbers, bro, how, like, just Google it. How many people can the world actually sustain if we did not have fertilizers comparatively to the amount that we have now? Crazy. Crazy. If we have more people like Trump, we're in trouble. The problems didn't start with Trump, though. Right? He just basically amplified it. All right? The problems are all there. All right? So it's not just him. Of course, he doesn't make it any better. If, in fact, he got us to where we are faster, but I ultimately think we would have gotten here anyways. You know? I would say he maybe got us here 15, 20 years faster, but ultimately we would have gotten here. You know? Maybe I would be too old to be having this conversation because I'll be senile by then. You know? But I think we would have ultimately gotten to this point, bro. So someone was asking me, where am I gonna farm in dispatch? I think I'm gonna be farming 12.5 because I want to complete this one. I'm at 78%, and I want to get the extra instinct defense. I think there's another one that I can farm too. Is it 11.5? Yeah. But since I'm closer on the other one, I'll farm that one. This one is a book and then 50. Actually, I might do this because this, even though I'm further behind, I like attack more than defense, but Started on global warming and their weather machines. Yeah, bro. Again, whenever they want us to believe in, look, the whole thing about global warming, I'll say this, okay? Of course, the earth is gonna be warmer when you have billions more people living in places that never had this many people to begin with. If you put billions of bodies that are generating heat and then put machines there to keep these people alive, saying, oh, don't drive your car, that's gonna be the difference maker, is stupid. Okay? Our bodies generate heat. And then the houses that we live in generate a bunch of heat. Of course we're gonna be generating heat and melting the fucking polar ice caps and shit, bro. Is the drop for premium the same? I presume it is because they've never distinctly said it's better to go to high levels. Whereas with World Boss they did say that. So I presume it's the same. A Pockwork building only for Otherworld Battle and AC. I didn't do story mode today? Oh, I better get my ass on that, bro. Like, what am I doing? I'm doing me right now. Shit. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's actually weather machines that control the weather, bro. I would not be. To manipulate us into believing what they want us to believe. You know what I'm saying? I personally wouldn't be surprised if there's actually weather machines. Do I think aliens exist? To be honest, I've never really cared. And here's the reason why. I think we have so many fucking problems on this rock that we live on that looking for more outside there is stupid. I think we should solve the problems that we have here first, put all of our energy into that instead of going to look outside. And if aliens existed, I wouldn't be surprised if they wouldn't want to talk to us. And in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if when we made contact with them, they just killed us on sight. Because all they have to do is take a look at this rock and see how we treat people who we are more alike with than different. You know? Somebody they can look like you, but believe something different, and you'd want to kill them. Not necessarily you, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people start wars over that shit. Right? So why would a fucking alien believe that, oh, we look different than them, we believe completely different than them, but they want to be our friends? But look at how they treat each other. They're over here killing each other over fucking shiny rocks. You know? AKA like diamonds and shit, right? When, in theory, we have one of the rarest resources in our entire galaxy that we just look over every day. You look outside, you see them all the time. Fucking trees, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, Earth is literally the only planet in our solar system that has fucking trees, bro. There's planets that have like fucking diamonds and shit on it, bro. But we'll fight and kill people over diamonds and gold and shit when there's other planets that you can get that resource from. We're the only one that have trees. Wood is literally the rarest of fucking resources in our galaxy, bro. Like, if other planets could grow trees, we could live there. So, just think about that shit, bro. Like, I don't care if there's aliens, and I wouldn't be surprised if they killed us on sight. I wouldn't be surprised if we go out there, we find them, and then upon finding them, they all come here and kill us all, bro. Like, fuck around and find out. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised. I'd be like, yeah, you should have stayed home, fix your house instead of going to look for more problems outside. Because the problems here ain't going nowhere by finding aliens. It's literally just a distraction. It's literally just a distraction from what we have going on here. That's strange. Why is he using rescue in timeline battle and not using rescue's leadership? Now think about what you just said. Mars has water on it, so it will take a few million years to evolve probably. So, meanwhile, we're here killing each other because we believe in different gods or whatever the hell, right? So, and instead of working on putting those differences aside and somehow figuring out how to live together, we're just gonna say, you know what? Let's go try to work on a project that might take a few million years to complete. Fucking crazy to me. Hmm? The human race might not exist in a million years, but let's start a project. Meanwhile, it's insane, bro. It's insane. Again, it's all a distraction. It's all a distraction. That's what it is. It's all over money. Yeah, bro. Again, a lot of this stuff that they do, bro, is literally just to keep us fighting with each other so they can just steal the money, bro. You know? There's a saying that goes, if the king and queen look out over their kingdom and they see all the peasants fighting amongst each other, that's when they're the happiest. And the reason why is because if we are all busy fighting each other, we're not organizing and coming for them. If they look out and they see peace and unity, that's when they're worried. Because eventually we're gonna start talking to each other and be like, hey, why are we poor? Why do we have nothing and they are living good? And that's why every so often they cook up a new reason for us to fight with each other. Black, white, gay, straight, man, woman. You know what I'm saying? They cook up whatever reason for us to go each other so that they can be safe. Because if we are busy at each other's necks, well, it would never happen because they would never let it happen. They understand. Manipulate, you know what I'm saying? Manipulate the people who don't have so that they never get organized enough to come for the people at the top. Oh, sorry, I did. I got distracted. So other than Mephisto and Storm, who are the best PvE characters, what's it called? Venom. Sorry, Venom. Luna Snow is pretty good. Thor is amazing. Zeus is good. Missing anyone? I'd say those are like above in the like top 5 category, right? If I had to pick like a top 5, it would be Mephisto, Storm, Thor, Venom, Zeus. Ghost Rider is pretty good too. You just got a mighty CTP of Rage from the 20 pack. Yeah, isn't that what you're guaranteed to get? You could possibly get a Brilliant, but I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed to get a Mighty. Bro, Jeff the Land Shark, chill, buddy. Look at this guy. Damn. But yeah, I'm talking about like overall value, ABX, ABL, all included. Yeah, I would say Mephisto, Storm, Thor, Venom, Zeus, Luna, Ghost Rider, Doctor Strange. That's the one I was missing. Doctor Strange. Yeah. So yeah, you put Doctor Strange up there. So Fisto Storm top 2. I'll put Venom Strange 3, 4. Yeah. Thor Zeus can share that fifth spot. Luna, Ghost Rider. Yeah, that's probably how I would shake that out. What up, Caper? Yeah, I think I gotta cut. I gotta go see what the wife is doing. I think she's playing Dreamlight Valley or something like that. Oh, Miles. Yeah, I forgot Miles too. Miles is actually pretty good. Damn. Yeah. Damn. I forgot Miles. Yeah. You're right. I think I forgot Miles because all the stages that I needed him to beat, he's already beaten it, so I don't use him on a regular basis anymore. So it's not that he fell off. It's just I used him to unlock all those stages that I needed. So he's kind of like on like the bench right now, but yeah, he's really freaking good. I strongly think Spider-Man may be the first tier 5 character. He could be. That'd be crazy. He could be. He's popular enough. Mephisto, Storm, Venom. No. I would put Strange at 4. So I would put Mephisto, Storm, Venom, Strange, or Strange, Venom 3, 4, and then Thor probably at 5th. No. Damn. I think Miles. I gotta put Miles. Miles at 5th. For overall, because ABX, ABL, Striker. Yeah. So I'll put Miles at 5th. Yeah, Miles at 5th. And then the rest after that. My line's not recruiting at the moment. I'll have to ask the guys if anyone didn't participate in AC this week and if we're kicking anybody or whatnot. So I think we're full now, but I'll have to double check. This guy didn't log in. But we're pretty active for AC, so we need people who play AC. We don't expect you to be the best. We're not saying you need to be a mega whale that spends a bunch of money. All we want is for you to show up and just try to get your 30 wins and synergize with us. That's it. You know, we're not saying we want to win every day or win every fight or be number 1 or rank 1 or, you know, no, nothing like that. Just show up and participate, bro. Lock in, log on. I'm an AC player, phase 1, phase 2. Yeah, pop in the chat tomorrow. I'll see if the guys decide to, because I like to get feedback. I don't just kick people. I ask the chat what they think. If they people who they don't see participate, and then we'll kick based off that. Miles can double as a hero and a villain. His hero uniform is kind of falling off, so I wouldn't buy it. But he will come back as a hero at some point when the new movie drops out. So, but he's really freaking good right now. He does. For me, he did 69. Giggity. So, being able, you can use him as an alternative. He's weaker than Bullseye, but you can use it. Well, yeah, he's weaker than Bullseye, but you can use him as an alternative to Bullseye for ABX, ABL, and at the same time use him for World Boss, which Bullseye is not good for. And then on top of that, he's also a striker for ABL, so way more value. But you need a seasonal uniform, right? But so yeah, I gotta put Miles in the top 5, bro. Top 5. That's my guy. So Fisto, Storm, Strange. Yeah, I gotta put those as 3 for now. Top 3. Yeah, I'm probably gonna give Miles another brilliant. I'm gonna swap this off and then give him this one here. Because it has the max bottom roll, but not the best top roll. So I'll give that to him. I'll send you a list of non-conquest players this weekend. All right, appreciate you, Caper. Please do. Just got a brilliant comp from Kraft. 80-90. Still not 100 wall again. Bro, sometimes I'm going to have to... I don't know. You don't know why your stranger so weak? Are you running him with a rage? Yeah, you can. Yeah, of course you can ask a question. That's why the live is here, bro. You can always ask in the comment section, and if I see them, I try to respond to as many people as I can. I want Galactus. Same, bro. I want Galactus as a playable character. I also want his daughter, Galacta. I feel like they could do a collaboration and get her in the game like that. That'd be cool. Strange is really good. He's just a little bit weaker than Storm and Mephisto. My third brilliant conquest in my account. I failed many reforges, so not going for 100%. Yeah, I don't think you should try to reroll too many times, going for 100%. If you have those CTPs, just try later on to try and reforge again. What CTP should I get? I remember last time you were saying I made lots of rages. Yeah. Well, it depends on the character that you're trying to put the rages on. First 10 rages for which character? 10 rages? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you care about PvE with Ghost Rider, you can give him 1. Who else? ABX ABL, you might want to put 1 on Gambit. Loki, just for ABX ABL and as a striker. How many is that? I lost count. Don't go based off just who I have them on, because I test a lot. If you don't have the seasonal for Gambit, then you could give this guy instead of Gambit. Is Strife still good with a Brilliant Greed? Yeah, but he's best with a Conquest. I'm gonna try him with the Brilliant Greed once I get it off Sentry. So I'll do some more testing there. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one. Is Rogue better with a Mighty Rage or a Mighty Judgment for Dimension missions? I was using a Brilliant before. It really comes down to like how much attack and stuff you have on your cards and swords and stuff. But she kills everything so fast for me that I really didn't notice that big of a difference going from a Brilliant Judgment to just a Mighty Rage. It's just that at the time I only had 1 Mighty Rage, and Miles does really freaking good with the Brilliant Judgment, and ultimately was a better decision because it allowed me to go all the way up to 69 against Black Swan, and I think there's somebody else 49 against Thanos, and a bunch of other stages that this guy cleared for me. And this is not even like a great roll. This 220 could go up to 240, and then we could get 70, 100. This is 80, 50, so it could be way better. Do we only get 1 selector of each type? Yes, you do. So choose wisely. If you're a new player, triple Rage if possible. If you're missing a lot of CTPs of Rage for characters, go triple Rage. That's the safest way to go. Alright? Catch you in the next one.